Why is there a need for so many different iterations of something that's been going on for so long? So you're gonna have an ultimate universe, a super universe, an amazing universe, all for a series that's been running along for decades. So many different universes for a series that's been running on for decades. Is it really necessary? And if you're a new fan as well and you don't know about these things, you're going to be really, really confused with where to start and where to go. This adds to the whole problem of new fans because you're just like amazing. What's the other one? Ultimate. You're thinking, what are these universes? Why are they there? Oh yeah, I think there's a spectacular Spider-Man as well. Not just the not just the animated series. I'm talking about comics. I think there's a spectacular Spider-Man comic. I mean, what's the point of so many universes? Hey guys, Jmans Productions on the Jzone with somewhat of a controversial title for some of you guys. This is going to be Jman's problems with mainly mainstream comic books, because this has just been on my mind for a while and I thought I should just express my opinions on it. Mainly the mainstream stuff. The reason why I said that is because I've heard really good things about the underground comic books, and one of my complaints really doesn't apply to the more underground, should I say, comic books that aren't in the mainstream. But it's not necessarily the content, because I like the animated series that are based on the comic book superheroes, like Batman the animated series, the Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man the animated series, Justice League Unlimited. I could just go on, and I like a lot of them. Teen Titans as well, because I'm sure there's a Teen Titans comic book or something like that. But yeah, I just have a problem with comic books, and there are a few problems. There's one major issue. It's the fact that a lot of people complain about how certain mangas are really long and ongoing, and it gets annoying and stale. And certain series, yeah, it does. You already know the series that I think has gotten stale and it's repeating itself. I won't even mention the series because I'm sure one of you guys just comment down the series I'm talking about. You know what it is, and hopefully everyone thumbs up the series in the comments. But anyway, I'm just gonna say, like, the big two. I call it the big two now, like Naruto and One Piece. They're really long and ongoing, and some people complain about that. But the thing is with comics have been around for way longer, and I can even say the mangakas have gotten inspiration from the comic book people, in the way that I think without comics, manga wouldn't be around. But at the same time, they've been around for so long, and the mainstream comic book heroes, they've been around for so long that it just seems like they're doing really stupid things. I've heard a lot of problems with killing characters, bringing them back to life, and I've heard about some of the stupid reboots they're doing, like making Spider-Man this Latino black kid, which, I mean, I think it's good that they're doing that and they're trying to reach out to more ethnic minorities and all of that, but did it mean they had to kill off Spider-Man himself? I mean, I don't read them, but I thought that was stupid myself. Like, it's kind of stupid, the fact that with some of these superheroes that we've been around with for ages, that the fact that some of the greatest writers in America, some of the greatest artists are tied down to Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, whereas with manga, you have one creative base, one mangaka, maybe his assistants, and one creative base, and they all do it together. Like Hiroki Taki does Shaman King, Obata and Oba do Bakuman, and I'm just putting out the manga I have next to me. Nobuo Atsuki does Rurouni Kenshin. Just one author, one mangaka does his thing, you know. But whereas with them, it's kind of bad because they're tied down to a mainstream series. Where, like, imagine if that was the way manga was, and you would have some of the great minds of manga today. Imagine Oda was doing Kenshin, because that's like a classic series. Or imagine if Kishimoto was doing Yu Yu Hakusho, or Kubo was doing Inuyasha or something like that. It sounds ridiculous, don't it? That's the way it is. Like, these artists are doing things that they're doing series that were previously established by someone else, and it's just going on and on. It doesn't make it's kind of stupid. And like with manga, there's a start and a finish. Like, I can finish a story. Eventually, One Piece will get finished. Eventually, Naruto will get finished. This series, which I picked up, Shaman King, has an ending. Kenshin has an ending, but it's never ending. And maybe because of the nature of comic books, in that you don't necessarily need to read from the first issue to get what's going on. You can read different issues. From what I understand, you can read different issues and get the gist of the story. But that's a kind of a problem too for me, because I like a story from start to finish. I don't necessarily just want to be going by the motions. I mean, with an animated series, it's not as bad for me, but like, if I'm collecting a comic, I want to know the end of this person's story. I mean, they kind of did it with Spider-Man. I can see that they kind of did it, but I've heard other stories about them resurrecting characters that were killed for no reason, which just seems really, really stupid. Like, resurrecting characters, what is the need? Like, I understand some mangakas do it the same way, but resurrecting the character that we already know, like the main character especially, I don't know which comic it was one of the mainstream ones, but apparently, I'm not sure, was it Batman? Somebody died and he came back, and I was thinking, what was the point of killing him off in the first place? What is the point of killing off characters if we know they're just going to come back? There's no... The emotion we felt for that character is gone. Yeah, I mean, that's my biggest issue with comic books. And the whole availability of volume 1, like issue 1s for comic books. I mean, I don't think you can find the original issue of a comic book anymore. Where at least like Viz, I mean, even though Viz has their problems with things being out of print all the time, at least Viz goes back and either makes a 3-in-1 collection or Viz Big like this. This is a Viz Big. You can get 3-in-1s for Fullmetal Alchemist, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I think Kakashi has one as well. Also, you can get Viz Bigs for Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, Kenshin, as I just held up. I'm sure there's another one. Vagabond, I think, has one, and then you get ones like what was that series? Tenjo Teng 2-in-1s. Like, I don't actually see that with comics either. Do they actually bundle together 2 issues together? I don't see that with comics either. But I don't know, apart from that, it's just, as well, the thing is with comics as well, they've been around for so long, it's harder to get a newer fan into comic books, I feel. Whereas if I wanted to get someone into manga, I feel it's really, really easy. The only thing they have to get used to is the art style. But getting a new fan into comics is kind of, from what I've seen, like, I've been trying myself kind of, and I just don't know where to start with the issues. For one, if I like a certain superhero, I don't know where to start off with the issues. Whereas if I wanted to get someone into any manga series, I'll just say start with volume 1. As long as it's in print, start with volume 1. Simple. But I don't know where to start with the issues, and I don't even know where the story. That's a problem, because the story, there's no start to the end with the mainstream comic book, so I don't even know where to get someone into it. And I just don't know. Obviously, if I was going to introduce someone to an anime and manga, there's certain series I'll show them, certain series that I wouldn't show them. But the point is that there's still a volume 1 that I can show them, and the story has a start and an end, so they know where it's going to progress. But with a comic book, it is confusing. For one, getting a new fan into it, I feel, is confusing. I don't know. Like, one thing I will say is like, the non-mainstream comic books may be different, so if you know any non-mainstream comic books, I'm not talking about them, because obviously it's a different artist doing their own story, and the story most likely has a start to a finish, because it's not as big or as popular as these franchises that continually get movies upon movies for money and all that stuff. I just wish this problem wasn't there, so the non-mainstream comic book people could get more exposed and we could see different heroes. And another thing, I feel from the mainstream stuff that we see of comics as well, I feel that manga's more diverse. Like comic books, we usually see the hero in tights and all of whatever they are in, but like with Jump and Shonen Jump and their sort of heroes, should you say, they're way more diverse, I feel. Like a Shonen Jump hero, like say for instance Yo from Shaman King, he's way different to the Kenshin character in terms of how he is. But with comic books, I feel like they're all the same black and white superhero and stuff like that, from what I've seen. But that's getting more into the content of the comic book. But I don't know, I've just got a sort of weird problem with the comic book situation. I don't know if you guys have the same problem as me, feel free to express it. I just feel manga as well is more diverse. It's harder to get someone into comic books than it is to get them into manga per se, apart from the whole art style issue that some people seem to have. Also, the fact that some writers and artists are getting bound down to the same superheroes, Batman, Superman, same superheroes, is kind of stupid. I think they should make an effort to sort of bundle together comics together, like the 3-in-1s and the Viz Bigs. That's all I really need to say. If you disagree with what I'm saying, please feel free to make a video response or leave your comments, because I'm sure I've probably got a couple of comic book fans on this channel, and I'm sure they'll probably disagree. Please feel free to just give your opinions. And I heard there was a reboot of some sort, but I don't understand that one either. I'm a total noob when it comes to this. But anyway, Jmans Productions on the Jzone. Live and learn, good luck and God bless. I'm probably gonna watch some more Shin-chan, because Shin-chan's funny, especially the Funimation dub. And do some more homework do some schoolwork after that. Actually, should I do an update? I'll quickly put an update at the end of this video. School for me doesn't start until this, as I'm recording it, Sunday, and I'll probably load this on Sunday. School starts on Tuesday for me, but I don't think anything really is going to change, because I already said the videos are going to be slow on this channel, so it's not going to get any slower, hopefully. But that's all I really need to say. Peace.